Okay, I think let's start. So welcome everybody. It's great to have you all on the call. It's wonderful to see how many people are excited about their futures and about their businesses and about their dreams. It's really incredible. It's month end, as you all know, which is super important. It's important because it's that kind of culture that we build in this business, that the last week, just after all the orders have gone through, is to really check out all your exception orders, get them through, speak to the enrollers, the people, when you go on your tree view and you look at all the exception orders, because what happens is a lot of times the customer doesn't know that his order is in exception and he's waiting for his products, and suddenly the products don't arrive. So every single month, at the end of the month, go check your auto orders in exception. It's on the success tracker. Go through your orders, see which ones are in exception. And then also, if you've started building a small team, you're an executive director and you've got a small team underneath you, it's super important to always see, who's the people that's close to their next leadership levels and help them to rank up, because often these guys only need an extra leg or a few, products to fill their pot to get them over 500 ppv. So that's super important. So the hard close will be on Wednesday. It will be on Wednesday. Hard close, just for the new guys, just quickly, what that means is hard close means that, so the end of the BP usually ends the last day of the month. Obviously, in the evenings, I think at 9 or 10 o'clock is the last time that you can put in an automatic order. But on the hard close, which is, if the last day of the month is on a Friday, then the hard close will always be on a Monday. The guys are at the office until about 11 o'clock in the mornings, which will allow you that if you, for example, just need one customer that you want to put in so that you can achieve a level, or you've got an associate that wants to rank up and he has an associate that he wants to enroll, or a customer that he wants to enroll just for the rank up, you can still put it through on the hard close. It's very simple. You email AB and them at the offices. If you don't know how to do it, speak to your upline, and then put the order through, and then just backdate the PV to the previous BP. Okay, so listen, we've got some incredible news. So the PD team had a PD boot camp this week. We had the super regionals, but it's important for the leadership team to get together and we discuss a whole bunch of things. So usually before super regional, if it's a live super regional event, we've got a presidential breakfast. So all the PDs come together, PDs and up, and of course Leone and corporate and all the silver executive or the silver presidential directors. They are the silver circle. So you want to get to silver presidential director, then you're part of the silver circle. And what that means is that you've got a say in how Manatech South Africa is managed in a way. So you're part of the big decision-making process of what happens in Manatech South Africa. So you want to get to silver presidential director. But anyway, so what this weekend was all about, often the Leone and the Platinums, they do boot camps. So usually the boot camps are from silver executive director up, gold executive director, where there's a lot of training involved. So on Saturday, we had this kind of training. It was from 10 in the morning until 5 in the afternoon. It was really quite intense. Let me tell you, it was 25-minute sessions without a break in between. You had 25 minutes for one session, then 5-minute break, then another 25 minutes. And it's training on how to help our teams, grow and become the best versions of themselves and really, move forward in this business. It's all geared to give us the tools to help you guys so that you guys can also duplicate it in your teams. So it was super exciting, but what I want to share with you tonight is just a few things about what's happening with Manatech South Africa and where we are going. And the first thing I want to talk about is new products coming into the market. So you want to hear the good news first or the bad news? Okay, well, you guys can't. I'll ask the PDs later to share as well. I want to welcome Johan and Leone Hatting, presidential team. Dalian is a presidential. Welcome to the call. Yolandi, she's on the call, presidential. So welcome to you guys. You guys will also have a time to chat afterwards if you feel like it. So Johan says good news first. Okay, so the good news is that Manatech has decided that they're starting to look at manufacturing a few products in South Africa itself. And the reason for that is that, the importing of products is becoming more and more difficult, not because we can't import products, but because of the prices, because of COVID, because of mainly the prices, to everything is just going up and up and up. And we usually have a price increase every 2 or every 3 years. So they can either decide to put the prices up, or they take from our commissionable volume, they make that a little bit less, and we make less money. So it's like that with every company in the world. It doesn't matter where we are at the moment. That's what's happening across the world. So what they've decided is they're looking at really developing some products in South Africa also for the market, the African market. Because, we've had some great products, and, we've had so many people in the African culture that have joined this business, and, but they've really decided to look at a product that they can send up into Africa, which is really incredible. But here's the awesome thing. Okay, so Manatech, a little bit of bad news. So South Africa has been one of the leading countries in South Africa concerning growth of Manatech. The reason we are so successful in South Africa is because of Leonie and Louis' 3-point plan, the personal development system that we have in South Africa. Because what we do in South Africa is we build people. We don't push products, we build leaders, and that's what we do. So for the first time in a very long time, Mexico has outdone us, okay, in terms of growth, in terms of turnover, commissionable volume, turnover, and we're not okay with it. So Chris Simons was here from overseas. Chris Simons used to be our general manager in South Africa. He is a South African citizen. He's at head office at the moment. So he actually trained Darren to take over corporate here, but he comes and visits us every now and again. And so he broke the news that Mexico is beating us. But one of the reasons why Mexico is beating us is because Chris and the team and the scientific, the science team in Dallas, Texas, has developed a Manatech collagen. And they've manufactured this collagen. And I'm telling you, it is one of the greatest and best collagens out there. And this stuff is just selling like so soetkoek. And they've decided to create a collagen for South Africa as well, which is super cool, because I don't know, I know so many ladies that everybody's using collagen, and everybody has asked for collagen as well. And a few years ago when we spoke to Dr. Steve, I spoke to him about it. Are you guys going to start making some collagen sometime? And at the time, their argument was, well, there are so many other companies that make incredible good collagen. We are incredible at what we do. So, it's not really a market we're going to tap into, but the market has grown so much, and there's such a gap for collagen, for Manatech collagen with ambrotosin. So that's super exciting. I mean, you can go, okay, first of all, let me just tell you, you can go presidential, you can go platinum on one product. If you want to go platinum on Impact, you can do it. If you want to go platinum on NutriBeauty, you can do it. There are people that built this business just around Manabears. There are people that really just focus on Immunostart. There's a lady, in South Africa, she sells about 300-400 bottles of Firm every single month. She focuses just on the skincare. That's the other thing is that they're going to start developing a skincare range just for South Africa. Skincare, we do have the skincare range. It is incredible. I don't know who of you have tried the skincare, but they're going to develop a skincare bundle and a skincare range for South Africa as well. So that's super exciting news. The bad news is that when Manatech develops a product, it's up to the associates. It's up to us to really make sure that we sell that product, that the product gets pushed. If the product doesn't sell, then Manatech, there's no point in making the product anymore. And one of those products that's about to sunset, not yet, it might be on the horizon, it might be the last we see of it, is Reds and Greens. Now, Reds and Greens, I love that product. I love my superfoods. It is really incredible. But if we don't make a point of it to really, promote it and get it out there and, make sure that it sells, then they're going to, sunset the product. So they've had a few challenges when it comes to the packaging of superfoods. It's in that little awkward package. You can't even get your hand in there. Then they made a smaller package. And that was all done to, first of all, to save costs on tubs. They tried to do it with the True Plenish. to save costs on tubs because the tub was actually a problem to get hold of. The supplier, we use a very specific tub, a very specific material. The supplier gave them trouble, so they tried to do it in a better and more efficient way. So it's always kind of a process of learning and growing and trying new things. I think they're going to go back to the tub when it comes to the True Plenish as well, because those packages, you don't want to ship packages and you open up the container and all those packages have burst. It's happened with a container full of superfoods, and you can just imagine what that looks like. So it's up to us. I don't want to see Reds and Greens leave South Africa because I love that product. So that's great. The fact that collagen is going to come out, that's really, really super cool. So that's it. That's on the side of the products. Okay, purging. What is purging? So Manatech has this, they had this, every 3 years or so, Manatech corporate would have a Zoom call with all the leaders. And when I say leaders, that's presidentials up. There's about 65 presidentials in South Africa, 65, 67. That includes presidential, bronze presidential up. And so they have these calls with us, and it's our responsibility, obviously, to let you guys know, and you guys will let your teams know. It's super important. So purging means about once every 3 years, they let us know, and they purge all the associates that haven't been active for probably about 6 months or so. So what they do is they actually just take the name out of the system, they purge the system, they get rid of the data, and it does two things. First of all, now with the new POPI Act, it's incredibly beneficial to Manatech because the POPI Act is quite strict. They want to get rid of all that data and rid of all that information because it protects the company. And most companies are doing it anyway. The other thing what a purging does is it brings all the people that are building the business closer to you. Now, you must remember, when you understand the compensation plan, you want the people that really work hard very close to you, because the compensation plan is designed to pay you a certain levels deep when it comes to your uni-level bonuses, when it comes to your check match bonuses and all those things, that makes up the money that you make. So that it does that. It adds a lot of value to us, because once they do a purge, when your business gets quite large and they do a purge, you make more money because the people closest to you are moving closer to you and they're moving into the uni-level sections of your business. Okay. The other thing, what it does, which is obviously now not probably such a good thing, is that person that's being purged. I mean, there are people in these businesses that has people right at the top that's got 20,000 PV underneath it or 30,000 PV underneath it. Now, I mean, some of those people, I've had people in this business that after a while, 2 years, 3 years, suddenly they wake up and they realize, wow, they've got 20,000 PV underneath them. They should start working and they can actually start getting this thing going. And so what I will probably do is I will probably phone some of the people that used to be active and say, listen, you are going to be purged, so you want to either renew your account and get a product. You need to have a customer on your account. You need to have an automatic order or a customer. You need to be active ordering products. Otherwise, you're going to be purged. Now, of course, that can generate a bit of PV in your business. That's fine. But, it's not really that often that you phone up an old person and say, listen, let's go. Do you want to run again? And all of a sudden, that guy's just going to go, yeah, come on, let's build Manatech. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. But we will let you know when the purge is happening. And it's nice. It clears out all the clutter. It brings your tree view back into perspective, because when you've got a platinum business, let me tell you, there are so many people on that list that just don't do anything. So the purging is a great thing that's going to happen. And we'll, excuse me, let you know when that is happening. Then the 500 PPV challenges. So we have announced July's winner. Well done to Albion Clark and Villian Zelda. They each won 2,000 Rand, right? So from next month, in other words, the winners of the month of August, okay? We've discussed this with the leadership. So what Sebastian and Brech, our gold presidential directors, what they have discussed with us, what they want to do is they want to bring in 1,000 PPV prize as well. So you have the 500 PPV prizes of 2,000 Rand each. And then they're also bringing in 1,000 PPV. Anybody that's above 1,000 PPV will win a 3,000 Rand. Hey, Baba? A 3,000 Rand cash prize. So that's also coming from August. I have asked the PDs to stay on the line with us after this call. So Dalian and Yolandi and Johan and Leonie, please just, after this call, stick with us for 5 minutes. So that's the PPV challenge. And let me tell you, the reason we do the 500 PPV challenge is not because of the prize money. It's to really just establish that culture in your business that's what you want to duplicate. When you sign up a new associate, you want to help him as quickly as possible to get the 500 PPV challenge and teach him that that's what you want to duplicate. It's to create the culture of understanding, getting 500 PPV in your own circle. That's the start of everything. And I mean, look, you don't even, you don't even need a lot to get your 500 PPV challenge. Anybody can start and get a few customers and off they go and learn a bit about the products. And, once you've made your names list and you've spoken to your upline and they help you here and there and you chat a bit about this, you can get that 500 PPV like this. So the reason for the 1,000 PPVs is even greater because that incentivizes you to get a 20% power seller bonus, which is incredible. So I believe that all associates that are really serious about this business, you want to have at least 1,500, 2,000 business, a stable leader in this business, somebody that really, really takes this thing seriously, somebody that is serious about their dreams. You want to have over and above 1,000 because also, often a lot of people just make 500 PPV and then they kind of stop there. Now, what if you've got 2 customers that cancels? Now suddenly you've got 300 PPV or 250 PPV and you start struggling and you want to, in this business, you want to show the plan, show the product constantly. So you want to grow more products, grow more customers. Obviously you're going to have one that you will leave there or you'll have one exception there. But if you do this every day, constantly, 1 hour a day, 2 hours a day, you're working on your dream, you're growing your business, you're going to have more and more and more customers and you'll never have to worry about falling below the 500 PPV. So let's all aim to get 1,000 PPV of customers. That's the aim. It's not difficult to do. The only reason it might be difficult for some people is because we make it difficult. Okay, so that's really quite simple. Okay, so big cash incentives coming from corporate. So what's going to happen? I'm not sure, Geraldine, just help me here with the dates from...
We built this business from regional to regional, so from August to November.
From August to November.
Starting 1st of September.
Okay, so starting 1st of September, October, November, there are these cash incentives. And what corporate wants to do is everybody that has a new rank up. So for example, it starts at Gold Associate. That's where it starts. Gold Associate, which is really, that's quite simple. From Gold Associate, if you go from Gold Associate to Director, they're going to give you an extra cash incentive. It starts all the way from 200 Rand all the way to 10,000. If you are, for example, a presidential director and you hit bronze presidential director, I think it's 10 or 20,000 Rand extra. I think if you're a gold executive director and you hit presidential director, it's an extra 10, 20,000 Rand. They're going to bring us out that, they're going to send us the details of that as well. So just keep that in mind, you want to grow your business. You want to, if you're not growing to your next level, then something is, then you either have to learn something, grow more, because at the end of the day, I know all the businesses does this, but if the graph is not going like this over long term, then there's something wrong. Then your business isn't growing. There's certain things that needs to be worked on. And that's why it's so important to speak to your upline, talk with your upline, learn what you need to learn. Let's move forward. I mean, anybody can grow this business. We just heard the most incredible stories on Saturday about people really achieving massive things in their businesses, which is incredible. And the cash incentives, of course, the cash incentives, you should get the cash incentive as a bonus anyway. If you built this business and you do it, according to the 3-point plan and your daily dozen and you're working and you're doing what you're supposed to do, let me tell you, you will receive those cash bonuses anyway, and you will make the incentive trips anyway. It's an add-on. Geraldine and I, we built this business. We don't work for an incentive trip. We just build the business. The incentive trip is just something that comes automatically anyway, because anybody that just builds this business the way that the 3-point plan tells you how to build it, you will be successful, your business will grow, and you will always qualify for the incentive anyway. Okay, so that's the cash prizes that's coming in, which is super cool. You can make some good money from that. Then the incentive. Great. Okay, so this always gets people excited. Let me tell you, the incentive trips prior to COVID, when somebody new qualifies for the incentive trip and they go on these trips, let me tell you, they are absolutely sold. They come back from that trip and Manatech is cemented into them because they get to these trips, to these 5-star lodges. They spend time on the most beautiful beaches on the world and they go, oh my word, this is really real. We're traveling the most beautiful places in the world and it's for free. And kind of that just switches their belief system. So the incentive trips are super important. And of course, because of last year and this year, and it's been so, are we going to go? Are we not going to go? There's a lot of people in the business that there are a lot of people, I know, I just want to reframe this quickly. There are a lot of people in the business that build the business just for the incentive trips. And that's fine. That's okay. That's how they build the business. It motivates them. That's what they want to do. And once they go on the incentive trip, their business kind of does this again, because they've gone on the incentive trip. And when the next incentive trip comes, they work again, they qualify, and that's fine. But the reason why a lot of people didn't do it this year is because we weren't sure about the borders opening up, weren't sure about flights, we weren't sure about, are we going to go, are we not going to go? And it just wasn't the way it used to be like this. When the incentive used to open up, everybody, the whole team used to get together and say, listen, that's the goal. Let's drive. Let's move this thing. We're all going on holiday. It's so exciting. And we just didn't have that this year. And we realized during this weekend that people are in need of fellowship. They are. People are in need of community, being with one another. We had such a great supper afterwards with the whole team and with everybody that was there and stuff. And it just really what's the word? It again, I'm going to use the word cement. It just cemented again this belief of that we're on the right track, that we're doing what needs to be done, that we're part of this business and it's where we're supposed to be and it's how we're going to change lives. And there's one thing that COVID has really, kind of stolen from us, is the idea of getting together and all of that stuff. So we just realized again how important it is for the upline, for the leaders to get to their associates. Zoom call is one thing and it's great. I mean, you can build a platinum business on Zoom. But, you want to have that relationship with your people, not just talking about the business, but building relationship. So Geraldine is at the moment, we are planning a road trip she's planning it tomorrow, a road trip across the country. I won't be together on this road trip at all times, but, we want to get to our people. And the presidential team, I'm sure that they're also planning their road trips to get to our people and help and encouraging people. And it's so great when somebody comes to me and says, Heike, come to our town. I promise you I'll have 10 or 15 people there. Let me tell you, we're coming. We'll come and do a meeting there with you. That's what the new guys needs to understand. When you guys come to us and say, listen, Heike, I've got 10 people that want to see this plan. Share with us, do a Zoom call. Can you come and visit us? What can we do? That's what we do. That's what a leader in this business does. So make it worthwhile for us. When we plan this road trip, make it worth our while. Don't let us drive 900 kilometers and then you've got one person that don't pitch up at your house meeting. Don't do that. I mean, we're not going to come if that's the case. If you make it worth your while and worth our while, so that when we leave here, we've made an impact. We've left people with enthusiasm and excitement, and we're growing your businesses. So, and all the other leaders on this team, executive up, you want to get on the road trip. You want to start working with your teams. You want to get the people at the bottom of your leg where there's excitement and say, listen, let's go, Are you ready? Get some people. It's done. Drawing a line in the sand. We're building this business. So we're excited about that. Geraldine will obviously, we'll share about the road trip and what we'll be doing. So that's going to be incredible. Now, about the incentives. So a lot of people have qualified for the incentive. A lot of people on this call also have qualified. So Darren came to us and we've got 3 choices to if you've qualified, you've got 3 choices what you can do with that ticket. So the first choice is you can go on the incentive. So the company is willing to send you now on the 11th until the 18th of October to Mauritius. You'll have the normal incentive. You'll come back and everything. So that's the first, the first option. But, so the borders are opening on the 1st of October as far as we know, but we're not 100% sure. So The other thing is also when it comes to flights, we just found out today that when it comes to flights, Mauritius still doesn't have normal times flying to Mauritius. They will only fly if there's a full plane. So you might say, listen, okay, I'm going on the 11th, but then they say, listen, we're only flying on the 13th because we only have a full plane on the 13th. So you're gonna have that, have that risk. So that's the first option. The second option is payout. So they're going to pay out for everybody that have qualified, whether it was 1 ticket or 2 tickets. They're going to pay you out for, they're going to give you the cash. I suppose it's again going to be, if you qualified for 2 tickets, I think it's again going to be 50,000 Rand. The 1 ticket is 25,000 Rand, which is great. You can take that money and do with it whatever you want to. Of course, you do have to declare it as tax because it's income. So, but yeah, you can take that money and do with it whatever you want to. The third option is, there's actually 4 options. The third option is you can use your ticket and travel until the end of 2022. The ticket is valid, still go to the same lodge. So if you want to go in 2022, April, you phone Darren, they'll organize the tickets for you and you can actually go whenever you want to. So
option does not influence next year's.
Yeah, yes. So that option does not, that doesn't mean that replaces the following year's incentive. Okay. So just remember that, but you can use that ticket until 2022 and go to Mauritius whenever you want to. And so that's the option that Geraldine and I are probably going to take. So we're going to take our 2 tickets and we'll probably go in December. That's what we're going to do. I don't know what you're going to do. That's 100% fine. You can chat with us and just see what you want to do. The other option is they're willing to send you to the Maldives as well. You can go to the Maldives, and but the Maldives is a little bit more expensive than Mauritius. So if you've got 2 tickets for Mauritius and you want to go to Maldives, it's going to cost you an extra 12,000 Rand each to enjoy the trip in the Maldives. But that's also an option if that's what you want to do. Okay. The other great thing which is coming is another trip of a lifetime. So ever since I've been in Manatech, there's only been 2 trip of a lifetimes. A trip of a lifetime is really exactly what it says it is. It is a trip of a lifetime. So a trip of a lifetime, the people that can qualify for a trip of a lifetime is silver presidentials and up. Okay. Now, anybody on this call can be silver presidential in the next 2 years because the qualifications will close at the end of 2023. So you have 2 years. Everyone on this call has got 2 years to get to silver presidential director. There's been many people in the business, in a company that have started from nothing with no experience that have achieved silver presidential director status. So a trip of a lifetime is really, really incredible. They'll send out all the qualifications and the requirements and we'll send it through to the teams. Just check out on the groups. Please just keep your eye on the notification groups and the team Manatech groups. Everything is always there, or speak to your upline. Always speak to your upline. Always. Every single day you want to speak to your upline and your mentor. Every day. You want to speak to your mentor and your upline every single day. So the trip of a lifetime, I've never been on a trip of a lifetime. It will incentivize us as well to work for that. A lot of people that I know have been on a trip of a lifetime. So a trip of a lifetime ticket, the cost of trip of a lifetime, what they spend on you is about 250,000 Rand. Okay. So you can imagine it's a bit different than Mauritius or Maldives or anything like that. The previous trip of a lifetime, I know Vince and JP and everybody, it was a boat cruise on the most exclusive boat in the world that traveled across the world. I think they went to 9 or 10 countries. And even their bathrooms had marble in. The showers were filled with marble. The amount of, it's just, some people will save a lifetime on 250,000 Rand and still they won't be able to spend it on a holiday like this. And it's absolutely for free. We still don't know what the trip of a lifetime will look like. But just to give you an idea that trip, if you had to pay cash for it, would probably have been about 250,000 Rand. So that's super exciting. And that ends at 2023, the requirements. No, end of 2023. 2023. It's the end of 2023. So it gives us 2 years to achieve that. And what is really incredible about something like that is to really have that as a goal, to really work towards it, to really, have that on your fridge, have it on your TV, have that goal in front of you and really working towards it. It's so incredible. It's just something that is really, it's an awesome thing to work for. And if you make a decision now and you say to yourself, listen, I'm going to do it. I'm going to be there. I make a decision. I draw a line in the sand. I'm going to do everything that's possible to do it. I'm going to listen to every CD, every order, read every book, speak to my upline, be on the calls, work together, as a team, really get, really soaking in the idea of wanting to get there, really believing it and seeing it. You're going to go on this trip. I promise you now, you're going to go on this trip. So that is incredible. Okay. So the last thing I want to speak to, just before I hand over to the PDs, if they want to say a few words, the last thing I just want to chat about quickly is Manifest, which is now on the 4th and the 5th. You'll see that on the groups, I've posted the links. So Manifest it's online, which is great. I mean, it's going to be, it's American hours, it's USA hours. So it's quite late at night. They are going to make a recording. But most people don't watch the recording. So I know, the first few manifests that came out online, I know myself and Leonie and Yuan and them, we were all in separate houses, but we went right through the evening. I still fell asleep at some of the things, but some of these guys went right through just to really understand what Manitech International is all about and where the company is going. Because you want to see you want to hear the vision of the CEO. You want to hear the vision of the board. You want to see what is the latest technology that they're busy using and the products that they're developing. You want to feel the heartbeat of the company. You want to get everything that there is. You want to learn as much as you can about how to build this thing on social media. You've got social media experts that are field experts. I'm talking about people that are in Manitech building their businesses on social media. You want to hear about the latest marketing. So we're going to have incredible marketing things coming into Manitech. If you so over the years, Manitech has developed a whole bunch of systems in order to help us build this business. So if you go to manitech.training or training.manitech, there's an entire system there that will help you go through every single little part of your business, where to start, which books to read, how to contact and invite, how to prospect, how to this, how to that. There's another one called system.manitech. If you go to that, it'll also teach you all these basic things. Now, the reason South Africa doesn't really promote those two websites is because in America, there's been so many people have developed these systems that it becomes confusing. What do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? When somebody new is on board, it becomes overwhelming. They don't know kind of what to do. What is happening at the moment now is that they brought in a super, super competent marketing lady that has been in the network marketing field for the last 25 years. And let me tell you, Manitech has had the best. They've had the best trainers. They've had the best. I mean, Manitech has just been the cream of the crop, okay, when it comes to direct distribution. We've won Best Ethic Awards. We've done Best Compensation Plan over and over and over again. We've won so many awards in the Direct Selling Association environment that you're in the right place. You don't have to doubt that. But so what they do is, I mean, these guys sit together and they try and make it as simple and as easy for us, for the associates that distribute their products, in order to build massive, big empires. And you joined this business, maybe you joined just to make 4,000 Rand, 5,000 Rand. That's fine. That's great. Maybe you joined because you want to build an empire. The key is that you can only do that if you learn and know and understand the business that you're in. And it's so exciting to listen to what these guys are busy planning for us worldwide. So what they're busy doing is they're going to take all those things and they're going to combine it in one training system, one online training system, so that you can log on to this thing and you can do this video, that video, training done. Second one, this video, this. If you go to system.manitech, you can write it down, system.manitech.com, or you go to training.manitech.com, you'll find, please go and have a look at it. You'll find all these training facilities of online facilities that will train you how to contact and invite, how to follow up. What do you need to do? What are the books that you need to read? What are the audios that you need to read? And it's all just about learning, listening, and then applying, making mistakes and moving forward. But there's been so many of these things that it's became kind of, what system do we want to use? And nobody has the 3-point plan. Not one of the other countries in the world that's got the 3-point plan the way that South Africa has. So we're going to have all that training stuff plus the 3-point plan. And let me tell you, with that, you're going to grow such massive businesses. When it comes to the Manitech Plus app, there's incredible things happening there. At the moment, they've got a few challenges with the people hosting the app. So they're busy changing it. So there's a whole bunch of new features coming on the Manitech Plus app. So that's going to change. That's even going to become more user-friendly. It's going to become more, it's going to become a tool that you're going to use every single day. Geraldine and I had the privilege to share about the Manitech Plus app at this at the PD conference. And we realize how many people are a bit scared of going into technology. And let me tell you, you can't break it. I want to tell you that you can't break your system, your success tracker, your Manitech Plus app. You can't break it. So go out there and just play around a little bit. But I've been on a call with Ben Mayo. You'll also see him talking on Manifest. Ben Mayo, he's the guy that develops the apps and is into all these softwares and trying to make it easy for us. And they are looking at bringing in it's really incredible. The software is called Penny. So it's not in the country yet, but they're looking at introducing Penny. Penny is an online audible mobile personal PA. That's who she is. And Penny will run your diary for you, and Penny will tell you exactly what to do, when to do, how to do everything. It's incredible. I was on these calls with them late at night because it's US time, listening to these guys presenting the software of Penny, and the people kind of had to, people that use the app quite extensively, like Geraldine and I, we had to do a little survey and see how this works for us and not. And let me tell you, the tools is just so incredible. It's so incredible. So don't miss that. Please, the Manifest is, just go register on Manifest. And, I want to say this to you. The guys that will participate in Manifest now, this weekend, the 4th and the 5th, the guys that will really, if you can't watch it and you watch the recording later on, but I'm not talking about watching the recording with your kids running around and making food. I'm telling you about you having focused time on your business, spending time creating your dreams and your wealth, having focused time watching Manifest. The guys that are going to do it is going to be at least a year ahead of everybody else on the score. So it's up to you. You want to make a decision. I'm saying to you guys that, this business model is a business model of duplication. In this business model, you want to duplicate what the leaders do, and anybody can duplicate watching Manifest. Anybody can duplicate all the tools in this business. So that's my suggestion to you guys. I think that's it from me. I want to really just open the floor for the PDs, for Johan and Dalian and Yolandi. If they want to share something, they were also at the conference, and Geraldine as well. So if you guys want to say something, just put up your hand and we will unmute you. Johan, Leonie, you guys don't want to say anything? Oh, I see the hands are up.
He couldn't find the hands up.
I couldn't find the hands up, Heike.
Hello. Go ahead.
Hello, everybody.
Is yours.
You want to talk first?
No, you can.
Okay. Folks, yes, all I can say is this weekend was just mind-blowing from the start, like Heike had said, and it given you an awesome rundown on the main topics. But there obviously, there was so much more detail shared with us that we would like to share with you guys over time when it's appropriate. But all I can say is Manitech, the company, is at an extremely good place, exceptionally good place. The fact that they're sharing with us what they're doing on a global basis is just unbelievable. And I think the stuff that we've learned from Chris with reference to new products being developed, and especially a separate product purely just for the South African market, tells you what their commitment towards us is as a South African team. I can call it that. So there's a massive amount of buy-in from Manitech International to South Africa to actually build our businesses. Now, the stuff that you've heard on the incentives, that's all to build businesses. But I've told Heike Saturday night about somebody that I've heard of in another company that actually gone presidential director just on one product. So folks, if you can buy into this whole concept of a South African product, that can take you not just one level or two levels, but 3, 4, 5 levels up in the business. And that's why it's so exciting to be associated with the company. I think the collagen product is just going to take us to the next level. We've said to Chris, bring it now, Manje, as quickly as possible, and he's going to work on it to get us that product as quickly as possible. So that's what I can add. Heike has done an awesome job, as always, on summarizing the main topic. So well done, and thank you for that. And we're handing back to you.
Leonie, don't you want to say anything? Thank you, Johan.
I'll say something. We are definitely, I still don't know how, but we are going on this trip of a lifetime. I'm going to put up the whole house full.
2 years.
I still don't know how we're going to do it, but we are going to do it.
Absolutely. Well done, guys. No, it's awesome. Thank you, Johan. Thanks, Leonie. Yes, Dalian. Nice to see you. Everybody, Dalian, Presidential Director. Woohoo!
Hi, everyone. Yo, what an amazing, amazing weekend, I must honestly say. Before I start with that, Mikey and Jerry, thanks so much. You absolutely said everything that was discussed. Thanks for sharing it with our team. And that's just amazing. We had to pick different sessions, and let me tell you, it's the first time that I actually just wanted to cut myself in half so that you can attend all the sessions. But luckily, everyone recorded it, so I will also send it to my team, everything that was discussed. So, Johanna, I'm with you there. On collagen, I can't wait. For me specifically, that went through treatment, I had myself tested. I've got zero collagen, and my body is not producing anything. And the chances of it producing it again is 0. So I'm consuming a lot of collagen products, and I can't really say that it's working. But we must say that if Monotech's collagen is coming out, I do believe it's going to make such a huge difference. And Leonie, I'm with you there. Also don't know really how I'm going to do it, but the power of photos and everything, everywhere where you see it, in your bathroom, your fridge, your kitchen, your living room, everywhere, just to say that we're going on this trip is definitely going to bring us there. So yes, it's absolutely amazing things happening, and was really a privilege to be there this weekend.
Thank you, Dalian. Thank you, guys. I think that's it. We've got 15 minutes left for questions and answers. If anybody wants to ask a question, just before we start with that, tonight, Platinum Presidential JP Costa is going to be sharing on the Platinum call. Now, let me just tell you that he comes from a very, very, very wealthy, very good, very prestige family. He was a rugby player, and he couldn't continue his rugby career, and he started with Manatech. And let me tell you what was his focus on this business. So he had really very little skill. He was a rugby player, didn't know what to do. And what was so amazing for him when he got involved in network marketing, he realized that this is something that anybody can get very good at, because it doesn't matter where you come from. All you need is a teachable spirit, learning, growing, reading the books. Everybody reads, listening to audios. He was hungry to become good at something. And what a greater place to do that in Manatech, because you can become the #1 guy in South Africa. Anybody can. I mean, you can become the #1 guy in the world. You can build an empire if you just break down some of the limiting beliefs, do what needs to be done, work with the upline, do the basic things. And he became the youngest $1 million club member. So and he's been part of that club for a long time. That means you've earned over $1 million commission with Manatech. He's such an incredible inspiration. Please don't miss his call tonight. Don't miss the Monday night webinars. It's for your growth. It's for your motivation. It's for your success. Listen to him and then apply what he says. So that's the Platinum Call tonight. Don't forget to have your Lead Team app and put it. Everybody here should have their Lead Team apps already registered on their phones, and put in the code. And obviously work with your upline, work with your executive director, Silver Edie, so that they can explain to you the power of that app and what that app will help you to do in your team. So that's super important. If you don't know, please just give us a call. It's important. And then, of course, tomorrow night is the opportunity meeting. Tomorrow night is Tuesday night. You can go tomorrow and phone 10, 20 people, get them on the call. Just imagine if 10 of the people in your team speaks to 10 people every single day and have them on the call, how quickly your business will grow. So we'll see you guys on the call tomorrow night. It will be at 8 o'clock. So if anybody's got any questions, please just raise your hand. If you go to the button at the bottom, you'll see there's a thing called reactions. If you press on reactions, you'll see it'll say there, raise hand. So if you want to just ask any question, please, there's no such thing as a dumb or a stupid question. I've asked the same question, I think, about 10, 20 times to Sebastian before. It's important for my growth. So if there's anything you want to ask, please raise your hand. We've got about 12 minutes left if anybody has a question. Anybody. Even the leaders, you can ask us a question for the sake of the downline, for the sake of people on this team that you think they might, that's important to hear.
No questions, just excitement.
Oh, Geraldine says no questions, just excitement. I can't believe nobody wants to ask a question. Any question? Nobody wants to ask a question? Johan and Leonie, do you think you can ask a question that you think might be valid for anybody out there? Oh, unmute it. Ask to unmute. Can you unmute, Johan? There we go.
Thank you, Heike. Yes, now we're unmuted. I couldn't unmute earlier on. No, I just wanted to say, no, we don't have another question. I think you've covered it all 100% tonight. So we don't have to stay on the call longer than what's required. It's now just getting ourselves ready for the 9 o'clock call. Thank you so much.
Okay, I think who's got a question? Dalian, you've got a question?
Hi, Heike, can you hear my work? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've just got a question on the purging that I've already got from a few of my associates. So say, for instance, now we had this person that we wrote in, my nephew, whatever, or son, that's only going to build the business in quite a few, years, and nothing is really happening in that leg. What's going to happen there?
So I suggest you just, once they announce that the purge will happen, probably they always give a date and say that the purge will happen, for example, in 2 months down the line on that time. All that you're going to have to do is just order one product on his, like a one-time order, probably on his account, because the people that they purge will be people that probably hasn't done the business or any activity in the last 6 months. So those are the people that they purge.
So if there's a product running through him, he's not active, but if there's like 100 PV running from a client from him, so he will stay active. Yeah, so just hold on, I think Geraldine just wants to mention something.
Also, what's going to happen if
The customers.
That's just associates, that's just the customer with their own automatic order.
Yeah.
They're going to put it to.
Yeah, so Dalian, we'll find out exactly how the purge is going to work. What the company is always also looking at doing is, there are so many associates out there that aren't really building the business. They might say they're associates, but they're not active. They're not building the business. A lot of people, you'll find it. You speak to some person once every 3 months and he says, no, I'm still in Manatech. I'm still doing it, but they're not doing anything. So they're not really building the business. And what happens is when that happens is it's actually hurting the people that are making commissions from this business, because it's it's complicating the compensation plan. Okay. So what's going to happen is some of those associates that aren't really active at all, what the company will do is they'll move all those associates in your downline as part of your customers. Okay. So they're looking at something like that. It will form part of your PPV, which is great. So you earn a much bigger power seller bonus, and it will count for your PV as well. So they're looking at doing that, but there are obviously exceptions like that. You know, you've enrolled your son at the bottom of your B leg or at the top of your B leg, and of course you did that because you want to, you know, grow their business. So there will be exceptions, obviously, when we talk to corporate about this. So they'll send us out all those regulations and all those things, and we'll let you know ASAP how that's going to work. There's a few people in my BLEC also that's not active. I don't want them to be purged, and I don't want them to move as a customer. So we'll discuss all of that stuff with Chris, and they'll come to, you know, they will always, what you guys need to understand is that corporate always wants to accommodate us, always. Because if it's not for us, you know, we are their mouthpiece. So they will help us to actually, you know, grow forward and move forward and make the right choices. So Darlene, I'll find all of that stuff out for you, and we'll let you guys know and post, you know, we'll make sure that you guys know exactly how it's going to work when it happens.
Thank you, Heike. Thank you.
Okay. Then just quickly, the new TOMs are out. I don't know if you've seen it. You know, you know, look at your groups, the new TOMs. Every single month, there's new TOMs coming out. There's a new book, a brilliant book called How to Not Manage People. Because in this business, we don't manage people. You're nobody's boss. You want to lead people and build them and help them create massive income and inspire them. So it's a brilliant book. It's part of your TOMs. You know, if you, for example, Geraldine and I, when people come to us and they say, listen, Heike, please help us build this business and stuff. I say, okay, great. Where we start is get your TOMs, become core, become 100% core on your lead team app. You want to have 100% core activity at the end of the month. That means you've done your opportunity meetings, you've read your book, you listen to the TOMs, the 4 audios, you've done all of that stuff. Now we can work with you and we can help you grow. And the September book is incredible. Of course, the 4 audios will be on your app, you know, on the Manatech Plus app. And if you know, we listen, the rule is, you know, you want to listen to 2 or 3 of those recordings every single day of your life, not just once a week or once every 2 weeks or whatever. You want to listen to it as much as you can and learn as much as you can, because the more you listen to it, the more motivated you're going to become, the more inspired you're going to become, the greater you're going to feel about yourself, the more skills you're going to learn to build this business. So this month's TOMs, you can order the book on your automatic order. So just go to the express shop and just put the book on your automatic order. So when your book arrives, you scan the barcode with your lead team app. So then Geraldine and I can see who are the guys that are really 100% core. And those are the guys that we get super excited for because those are the guys that we can celebrate their dreams with. It's not something, we don't feel like we're being tolerated. There's nothing worse like feel like you're being tolerated when you want to speak to your downline and you want to help them and you don't really know where you stand with them because they're not really doing what they're supposed to do. They're kind of half foot in, half foot out, and you want to lead them, but you're not sure, you know, what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do. If somebody's 100% core on their lead team app, they've done all the core activities, we know we can speak to that person. He'll be on the call. He'll set up a meeting. He'll create excitement. He'll bring people to his house. We can go do a house meeting. So that's super important. So this month's TOMs, check out the TOMs, the audios. It's going to teach you to build an empire. So, yes, Geraldine, also in the, do you want to say hello to them? Hello, everybody. She's sitting in my gown, by the way. So listen, guys, I want you guys to know your leaders are there to help you, to serve you, to guide you, your EDs, your silver EDs, your upline. They're there for you, you know, and they want to help you. Well, they want to empower you, not really help. When you say to somebody you want to help them, it means you're going to build their business for them. That's not how this business works. We want to empower you. And that's what Manifest is all about, is empowering you to build this business. So the guys are there to support you and to tell you exactly what to do. What is the next step? What should I do? What should I look at? What should I listen to? What should I do? And of course, it's up to you then to do it, but it's simple. And the more you do these small little things every day, the more you're going to create healthy habits. You know, you're going to grow as a human being. Your mindset is going to grow. Your inner man is going to grow. You're going to start understanding the teamwork, the focus, the unity. You're going to understand how to show the plan better. All of those things are going to happen. So, you know, Nobody on this call has got an excuse not to build an empire with Manatech. It's as simple as that, because everything is there for us to make it happen. So with that, we want to say good night. I don't think there's any other questions. Geraldine wants to say good night. We'll see you guys on the Platinum call tonight with JP. Have an incredible evening. Thanks, guys. Love you. Bye.